First one is we need a machine to do certain practicals, right? You want to do disk management or a file sharing or maybe some Windows Defender or backup or a printer like that. Anything practical you need a machine. Yes, of course. I have a machine. Mine is also Windows 10 machine and that too Pro machine it is. I can do it. All these things I can do it on my PC. But if I do it on my PC, again it is the local administrative rights. Plus, important is I don't want to disturb my PC. So I want to my PC as it is only same. Of course, we can see like this. I want to go to disk management. disk mgmt dot ms mgmt not mrt mgmt dot ms. So earlier it is not open. Now it is opening because of I got a local administrators thing. See this? Mine is a disk 0 and it is showing convert into MBR. It means my disk is ZPT disk and there is a 4 partitions by default it is there. I can show it on my PC, but if I do some mistakes by in a practice, it is a mistake on big mistake. So whatever it is, guys, I want to practice all my administrative practicals and two system. I need to do certain practicals. I need a two systems also. So for that one, I'm using this virtual machine. So this is a Windows 10 a virtual machine I installed separately in the Oracle VM VirtualBox. What is this Oracle VM VirtualBox? Okay, it is a application. It is nothing but an application. Okay, so and it is open source and free application. You can directly download from this virtualbox.org. Simply have to go there and this is a recent version 7. If your laptop is new laptop, you can use the 7 version. If your laptop is very old laptop, like a 5-6 years back laptop, better to use 6 point some number. Okay, you can also check where somewhere you will find a old downloads also. Okay, this is a if you go to downloads, you can see Windows host. Okay, for a Windows systems. So click on this one, it will download it. And then you have to download this one extension pack also. And you have to install that extension pack. But if in case your laptop is very old laptop, so better to download a older versions like this. Go to 6. Active maintenance. Active maintenance is 6. Okay. So because this is my company laptop, I am not using VMware workstation. So I'm using here, it is currently VMware VirtualBox. So I want to change my habituated virtualization from VMware workstation to VirtualBox. What is the use of this VirtualBox first of all? We can create a virtual machine. How to create a virtual machine? Simple. Go to new. You can see, you can put a virtual machine name and where it has to store, guys. You have to give proper space, proper location. Okay, for example, I don't want to store in C drive. I want to store in a separate location. In my D drive, I will store it. So in this folder, I am going to store. And give the virtual machine name. For example, I'm giving a virtual machine name Windows 10 C2. Maybe not Windows 10, Windows 1. It's a 2019 server. Yes, sir. For example, I want to install a Windows server. And I have to select a what operating system. It's a Windows-based operating system, or a Linux-based operating system, or Unix-based operating system, or it's IBM type OS, Mac OS type, or other type of OS. See, others means DOS, NetWare, L4, this kind of stuff it is showing. So I'm going to Windows, the Microsoft Windows Server I want to install because already I installed Windows 10, so I want to install a Windows Server. If you select that Windows Server, not showing, yeah, it is showing here. If you select that particular operating system model, for example, you install Linux, what Linux you want to install? Oracle Linux, some Asian Linux, Red Hat Linux, okay, Ubuntu Linux, okay, which Linux you want to install? Okay, CentOS, like that, which Linux you want to install? You want to install a Solaris, which version of Solaris means which version of Unix you want to install? You want to install a Windows 10 or a Windows 11 or a Windows 8, which version you want to install? Okay, then you have to select. By selecting, nothing will happen, guys. Only thing is 32-bit or 64-bit. Machines are two, one 32-bit type machine, 32-bit machine, 64-bit machine. My laptop is i5, it is 64-bit processor, 64-bit operating system means my machine is 64-bit machine. I have some old computer. It's a dual core processor. It is 32-bit processor, 32-bit operating system, and a 32-bit system it is. Okay. Only the difference is there. 32-bit or 64-bit. It's not operating system part. But what is the use of selecting operating system? By default, these operating system requirements in a hardware, it will be created. Images, you have to select image. Thirdly, I didn't put my image here. Okay. So I cannot show you installation anyway. Just okay. Just you have to select image. I have given a Windows 10 image, guys. So do not. Otherwise, I will put a Windows 10 C2. Names are for our understanding. Location. And this is Windows 10 image. And this is Windows 10. Again, see, I do not have a Windows Server image. I change first where my virtual machine has to store. I want to install a Windows 10 operating system. See, select Windows 10 type. Version is Windows 10, 64-bit I want to install. And image, it means there is ISO image file is there, which you have to download it from internet. Like you can see, these two are a Linux CentOS operating system ISO image files. This is Windows 10 64-bit ISO image like that. So either you have a image file or you download it from internet or you download it from Microsoft website, you can do it. So you can search in my site how to download a Microsoft Windows 10 or a Windows Server images. Okay. So there I showed how to download, how to install kind of stuff. It is detected as my image, Windows 10. Skip unattended installation because I want to install step by step. Next, how much RAM you required to install a Windows 10? 2 GB RAM is required. 1 CPU is enough. Okay, so you want a UEFI type of framework. Means UEFI, if you take it, your disk is GPT type of disk. It initializes as a GPT. You're taking Windows 10, Windows 10 support UEFI. Okay, you select UEFI means your hard disk in the machine is GPT type of disk. So it means 128 primary partitions, you can create it. So how much storage you want it? Then you have to select the total storage. 150 GB I want to put it. 50 is enough, but I put a 150 GB. Okay. So I'm not going to install, guys. This is what I'm trying to show you. This is the virtual hard disk is going to be created. If you have already one virtual hard disk, you can select it from here. Otherwise, this. I given 150 GB. Even my main disk is not having 150 GB also. Oh, no problem, because I'm not giving 150 GB at a time. Pre-allocate full size. If you select this one, what happen? It will take 150 now only. No, I don't want like that. Just it is a dynamic disk type. You can see this is the details. If you finish, the machine is created. It is not yet installed, guys. It is Windows 10 is not yet installed. It's just a Windows 10 machine is there, just like this. For example, you go to market, you purchase a computer. In the computer, you tell what is my processor, how much RAM, how much disk. Now, if you have a network connectivity, what type of network connectivity? Go to settings, again verify, name, operating system, which one you want to install. Okay. So boot order, floppy disk, optical drive, hard disk, and through network also you want to boot it. You want a secure boot, enable hardware clock. So hardware features, motherboard, hardware features, what you required, I selected that one. Processor, so I want only one single processor mode and that one. I want this feature, I want this feature also. Have to select this one, but it is not showing. It will get it by giving some command. Okay. Just for our understanding, what is the virtualization part? Screen resolution, what is type of screen you have to use? Okay. Storage, what is your you inserted a CD-ROM and then you inserted a hard disk. This is your hard disk, this is your CD-ROM. Audio, network connectivity. So I want to use this bridge connectivity to my Wi-Fi adapter. I'm bridging this one. So what type of network connectivity? Okay. So I done some modification. It means I just verify what CPU have taken. One CPU, 2 GB RAM, okay, 150 GB hard disk, and a bridge connectivity to my thing means this is connected to our Wi-Fi adapter through, so then I can able to access internet from Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is next image. Have taken Windows 10 image already inserted. Now, if you start a PC, there is a boot order. I defined a boot order. Check the boot order here. First, it will try to load OS from floppy. Not there. Optical drive. Yes, I already inserted an optical drive. So it will load operating system from optical drive only. So why not hard disk? Why hard disk does not contain anything. It is a fresh hard disk. Okay. So in this one, what I have done, guys, I defined my hardware first. What CPU, what RAM, how much storage. network connectivity, boot order. Okay, boot order in BIOS or UEFI, and I choose I want a BIOS type of thing or UEFI kind of stuff. EFI or a UEFI. Okay, and boot order, what is my boot order? And processor properties, virtualization support, no virtualization, internal virtualization. Okay, that kind of properties means I define what hardware should requirement for my virtual machines directly. So instead of purchasing a computer, when you buy a computer, you will define, right? I want this processor. I need a dual core processor, 4 core processor. I need a 6 GB RAM. I need a 8 GB RAM. I need a 1 TB of hard disk. I need this type of connectivity. Okay. I need this type of boot processing, right? These features must be there. These processors not required. What operating system I want to install? I want to install it from the CD-ROM. Then boot priority, CD-ROM must be in a higher. Okay. So you will define one by one. Just you take a computer and use it. But when you are installing operating system, you will define one by one when you taking a new system. Here also, I have done same thing, but point is nothing is physical here. All are virtual definitions only based on my physical hardware. Okay. So once you start, the OS will be loaded. OS will be loaded and you have to install one by one. So once OS is completely installed, you can use your system. Okay. Guys, understand anything? Use of this virtual machine kind of concept.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mm, okay, I will try to show you, but only one thing is, guys, I need a internal virtualization. Okay, this point should be checked. Look at here. I am able to create a virtual machine. I am able to create a virtual machine in my physical machine because of in my processor, in my processor, this virtualization is enabled. This virtualization is enabled. Okay. If this virtualization feature is not there in my processor, I can't create these virtual machines, frankly. Okay. This is comes in a BIOS. Again, in a BIOS, CPU features, you have to enable it. By default, in my PSM, currently it is enabled already. Okay. Sometimes you have to enable manually. Sometimes it is automatically enabled. So virtualization is enabled. Okay. This okay. So same thing in this virtual machine. In this particular virtual machine, I want a internal virtualization. Again, inside a virtual machine, again I need a virtualization concept. So I want to check this one. To get that one, guys, you have to do some command kind of stuff. Okay, so this virtual box still having some trouble. I will do some other troubleshooting. Oracle virtual box. So this is a main folder, and this is a manage. So first of all, you have to go to this for a VBox manager command. VBox manage, modify VM, and VM name is win10-c2. PIRT. Error. Very good. VBox manager command manage modify. What is our machine name? Okay, case sensitive. The command guys to enable the virtualization better. We have to save in some. Yeah, even I thought it is better. Now you can see processor. See, it is enabled. Okay. Now it will support. So what is the use of this one? Again, what is the use of creating a virtual machine, which is I have already a Windows 10. For example, I want to test an application. I want to run an application separately, not on my physical machine. Okay. Or I want to test an application separately. Okay, in this one. So if something is goes wrong with this application, only this virtual machine will get affected. Inside a virtual machine, things will get affected, not my physical machine. This virtual machine is consuming my physical resources, means my CPU, my RAM, my hard disk, and my network. It is utilizing, but it is independent from my hardware. I can move this virtual machine anywhere. Next one. I'm a learner, so I want to learn something. When I do certain settings, some certain changes, system may corrupt it. So I can't do it on my physical machine. I will do it on my virtual machines. This is another one. Okay. I want to test some different tools. Your physical operating system may not be supported. Your physical machine operating system called a host OS. So your host OS may not supported. So what are the set for a certain tools? Okay. So maybe your virtual machine OS support that one. So that OS we call it as a guest OS. What is a guest OS, guys? Guest OS means OS in the virtual machine is called a guest OS. OS in a physical machine called a host OS. For example, I'm do a lot of experiments. Not a new experiment, already existing one only. I will try to install and see because I don't go with the real-time part, but I have a lot of interest to do a lot of things. For example, DevOps tools, more easier to install, and some tools only work in a Linux only. Only Linux it will work. For example, Jenkins works in both Windows and Linux, but Ansible don't work in a Windows system. Ansible works in only Linux-based system only. Okay, like that. Certain operating systems are compulsory required or certain OSs. For example, I want to install a exam server or maybe last time Sai sir want this WordPress and our our LMS module also installed on a Linux machine. So initial testing purpose, I use a virtual machine. In the virtual machine only I created. Okay. So Docker application runs in Linux is better way, okay, better as compared to. So if you see this Linux one, it is created for a practicing of Linux commands, the Linux administrations, and of course for installation of some tools inside. Okay, so this is the use of mainly virtualization. So I no need to buy multiple PCs for that one, guys. One physical machine and multiple virtual machines based on your hardware support. We can use it. If virtual machine is in off condition, it does not consume any of your resources except storage because it has to store someplace, right? So it will be stored here in this one. You can go to this. All my virtual machines are like this. So this is a new one. This is the earlier one. This is a Linux one. Okay. So it will consume, even if it is not running, it will consume certain space in your disk space. If it is not running, it won't consume your CPU or RAM, but it will consume your disk space. If it is in on condition, of course, it consumes your CPU, your physical CPU, your physical RAM, and of course, disk is disk. Even network also it will consume. Okay. So many there is another benefits of using virtualization part. Guys, understand the concept of virtualization? What is use of virtualization and virtual machine concept?
Yes, sir. Not all, but something.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, here I define 2 GB RAM, but my laptop having by default 16 GB RAM. Okay, totally 16 GB RAM. Available is 8 GB RAM. So I have 8 GB available RAM. So why can't I use that much RAM for a installation purpose? So I'm going to increase this size because 4096. So 4 GB RAM. So 4 GB RAM is better than 2 GB RAM. I started my virtual machine. Okay, machine is starting. No how. Mm, So I press any key to boot from CD, DVD. It is showing. So machine is started. Of course, I said I put a alt control alt delete to select this boot from CD DVD RAM. It's a very small screen. Even in a full screen mode, it is not showing that much full screen. Scaled mode, adjust window size, resize guest display. Not this. The scaled mode is always irritating. This is a scaled mode. Yeah, but still it is good mode. Look like. So English, India. I'm just trying to show you installation. Actually, I don't want, but okay. See, install now. Guys, why I'm showing that is also there. Um, you want to become administrator. Yeah, like cloud means is also administration. Start with the installation, application installation or voice installations, administrating your applications and voice related. Then you can get understand of administration. Okay. Upgrade means if in case in this machine already some OS is there, means already Windows 8 is there or Windows 7 is there. I want to upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10 or Windows 8 to Windows 10 or Windows 10 to Windows 11. That is upgrade. Okay. From lower version of OS to higher version of OS upgradation. While upgradation, so your files, settings, and applications may not be removed. No guarantees, but mostly it will also move to the new OS. For example, my laptop, Windows 8 laptop it is. I'm upgrading to Windows 10. My data, my Windows 8 applications and settings, okay, these are all like that only. That won't be changes. Custom. When you choose a custom we choose, it is a fresh system. This PC is fresh system, no voice is inside. Earlierly, initially there is no voice. It is the first time I am installing, so I have to select custom. First time I am installing a voice. So no voice in the system. So custom. Second one. The second one. Okay. If in case your voice is not working properly, you want to remove your voice partition and you reinstall operating system. You don't want to upgrade. Already voice is there. Now it is corrupted. Now you want to reinstall operating system by removing your older operating system. Then also you can use custom. Okay. So this is 150 GB hard disk. Select a new. Apply. Okay. It is showing two more partitions are divided from this hard disk. 100, 16, 149 it is showing. This is our main 149 is main disk. These two partitions are used to protect our system. Okay? Like a basic system files, repairing files stored in this partitions. Okay. System anywhere it got an issue, so it is trying to protect. I click on next, it try to install a operating system. Once Guys, what are the steps we have done up to here is called a pre-installation steps. What is pre-installation steps? So I selected the time zone. Time zone. India. Okay. I'm in India. Mission is in India. I'm in India. The mission is also in India. So time zone is Indian time zone. Plus 5:30. Language. English. Okay. English. And we are using US based English or Indian English. So now English is also separated. Indian English. Time zone. English. Currency format. Currency format. So all are India only. Guys, Indian language is English India. Okay, don't say Hindi again. Sir, I will put a Hindi. That is your risk. Okay. So first of all, we define these three things. Okay, time zone, language, currency format. Next, we define license agreement. Okay, choosing of operating system, OS selection. So if in case options are there, so it is not there, that's why we are not choosing anything. And disk partition. Before disk partition, we have selected customer upgrade. License agreement. Sometimes it will shows this is a OS selection. Okay. Customer upgrade. Next, disk partition. Install now. So it is installing. This is the pre-installation steps. Once installation is completed and it will automatically reboot. Once rebooted, then what are the steps we do it? That is called a post installation steps. Till it is 34. Okay. In my old laptop, I have several machines to take different type of classes. So example, I want to show the people a backup class. In a backup, there is a normal backup, full backup, incremental backup, differential backup, copy backup, copy backup, daily backup, some schedule backup kind of stuff. In our Windows 10 or Windows Server, recent Windows servers, these many options are not there while you are to show the backup. To show this practical, I need a Windows Server 2003. In this operating system, we can show the practical how normal backup, how can we do incremental backup, differential backup, and the copy backup, daily backups, and of course, main important is okay how to restore kind of stuff. Okay, differences. So we need this one. So what I have done in that one, I created a virtual machine. In the virtual machine, I installed Windows 2003 server. Okay, in VMware workstation, I created this. See, our current operating system supported by current hardware. For 2003 Windows XP, those operating system cannot supported by current hardwares. Again, I have to buy old hardware. Whether it is working or not, when it is work, we don't know, right? But still, we can use the old operating systems in our current systems. How? Using virtual machines. This is also possible. Certain features we cannot see now, so that's why I have to do it. In some practicals, I do it on my Windows XP machine. I show some practical, some things in Windows XP also. Windows 7 also required to show certain features. Still 67. Any doubts, guys? Meanwhile,
No, sir. Hello, sir.
yeah, tell me, tell me.
So can you please route that step pre-installation step into the Google Sheet?
Oh, okay, okay. Good. So this part, keep it aside. Pre-installation steps. So when you start machine, okay. So first it will ask, okay, as per BIOS, boot from will shows press any key to boot from CD or DVD. If in case, if it is a USB, Then it will show press any key to boot from USB. Okay, like that it will show us. Then you have to press a key, like enter. Enter space like that. So I remove that. When it is shows, pressing it. Next, select language, English, India. So automatically when you say English India, it will understand it is your time zone is Indian time zone. Okay. Time zone. You are in India means plus 5:30 Mumbai, Kolkata, I don't know spelling. Okay. So whatever it is. Time zone, language, currency, format. Of course. Yeah. Next one is OS selection. It's purely based on installation media. In some media having a options, a 32-bit, 64-bit selections, or a 10 Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Home. Like it depends upon media. It is there. Okay. Next one is based on that you will get a license agreement. Check license agreement. Check the licensing. Next, disk management. Select disk, new, apply. That's it. Next is install. These are all pre-installation steps. Have to wait. System reboots itself. You don't need to do. It will restart itself or press the reboot. Once it is completed, guys, post installation steps. It is rebooting, I think so. Directly can download it from Microsoft, guys. Okay. So it looks like nothing is like installation, download tools, and it is showing like this. Okay. It is showing some information, and but there is no proper link, right? So don't do that one. So how you search, it tell you. Download Windows 10 Enterprise like this. Windows 10 Enterprise ISO image. It's a free available image for a 30 days, 40 days kind of stuff. 60 days. See? So we are all using 64. So ISO Enterprise downloads. Select Windows 10 with edition. It is downloading directly. Normally it won't download like that. So English United States only. So ISO Enterprise downloads. It is 64-bit edition. I select it. Normally you have to give login, but I didn't give any login here. Okay. So 5.2. Okay. Enterprise edition directly download. Normally you have to give all the your requirements. So 90 days evolution version, guys. This 90 days evolution version. These are the system requirements. Okay. These are the system requirements. Thing we have to update again. No, this is not at all good. About human is also not okay. So keeping Windows 10 up to date. Something is this. So when you take information compulsory, take a reference. Okay. Next, to download, you have to download a OS, right? So first of all, download Windows 10 Enterprise. edition. Okay, it's a evolution. Okay, it's a evolution 90 days for practice purpose only, guys, not to install in a physical machines. It is for a practice purpose. Okay, so you can download it from here. This is the site where you will get all the information. But I installed a different edition than this one. This is for downloading. Direct link is this. So simply download it. So enterprise edition on it is 90 days evolution. In the evolution center, you can download so many things, guys. Even Windows 11 enterprise, you can download Windows 11 Office 365 deployment lab kits kind of stuff. And server 2022, 2019, 2016, 2012 R2. Some essentials also giving now. So there's 2019 Hyper-V server admissions center. Virtual hardware lab kit kind of stuff it is showing now. SQL Server System Center 2022, 2019 kind of stuff. Okay. Endpoint configuration, current branch, technical previews, insurance. Okay. Not everything won't work, but still you can get it. Okay. That's the evaluation version. So how to download requirements and in a virtual machine, how to create a virtual machine in VMware VirtualBox. Okay, let's see how to take it, how to create virtual machine in the VMware VirtualBox and the settings. That much I can't type, but this is from here. Yeah, we have to go to the post installation steps, guys. Okay, so what is it is saying? Start with what is right. So have to select a country. I think so. It is next. This is no confusion part because whatever it is shows, we have to go to. Because we are in India and our system is also in India. So this is keyboard layout. So this is in a pre-installation steps and post. Both are in language, keyboard. In a keyboard, usually US. Okay. So here also keyboard layout. Guys, we are using all IBM standard keyboards only. So then we have to select US. US keyboards only. Select US. You want to add a secondary keyboard layout, skip. Okay. It is downloaded. See, go to open in folder. See, guys, this is my operating system image file. So this file contains my Windows 10 Enterprise Edition. Okay, Windows 10 Enterprise Evolution version. You can see eval, EVAL means it's a evolution version. Client Enterprise means it's a Windows 10 Enterprise. How I know Windows 10 Enterprise? Based on this build edition. So this is a release edition 22H2 release edition. It is 64-bit operating system, free operating system, ENUS means language, English, US. .ISO, it is a disk image file. Okay. If you open it, so do not open, guys. If you open and do double click, automatically it is danger. It automatically install in system. Just I will show you. Just look at it. This is the your OS content. In operating system DVD, it contains these files, boot MGR, bootable file, bootloader file. Do not select this one, .exe. It will execute and you are doing next, automatically OS will be reinstalled. And it is danger for your PC. Okay. So bootable files, EF5 related files, resources, support. Okay. This is the voice content. This is image file, which is I showed just before. That image only, it is mounted as a CD-ROM. Okay, even my laptop don't have any CD-ROM. Okay, I just ejected it. So there is no CD-ROM. Simply it is this one. Okay, so it is CD image file type one. Okay, let's connect it to your network. To finish the setup, you need to connect internet. So no internet. Why no internet? So I selected already proper setting only. Network. So I use a bridge network. Why it is denied? So we cannot change in it. Okay. Now it is connected automatically. Next. Important, whole important is local user. That is a whole important, guys. My point is try to skip Microsoft account. Okay. Try to skip Microsoft account login. Currently, later your wish. If it is your physical machine, yeah, you that is your choice. If you have a Microsoft account, you can log in with a Microsoft account. Okay, that is your wish. But compulsory, you must have a local user. Create a local user account. That is always little tricky, like 1 or 2 times you have to do it. So why? Because of it is asking always get a latest from Windows. So it will ask for update. So Windows, the newest Windows features update ready to download and install about 4 GB. It's around back. So no, guys, I don't want now. I will do it later if required. So I skip for now. Okay, depends upon Windows editions and your internet connectivities and all these things. Okay. So what are the operating system I'm currently installing? It is little water operating system, 3, 4 years back operating system. At least 3 years back operating system. Now we got into account. Okay, set up for a personal use or organizational use. Organization means you are using this machine in an organization with organization email IDs and all you are using, then set up for organization. So you have to add to the domain kind of stuff. I'm using for my personal only. Okay, personal account. Next. So for organization email IDs, organization domain accounts is required. Personal use, I am using for my purpose. So it is asking, let's add your account, your Office 365 account, or what we can say, so add your Office 365 account or a Microsoft account or phone number kind of stuff. No, I don't want to do it. I will go to offline account. Okay. So how to skip it? Choose. Okay. Local user account. So limited experience. Limited experience. Experience. Now it is local user account. Or even better, use online account. Don't go for it. Local account. My account name is this C2 machine, C2 student one. Okay. C2 student one. And it is asking password. Guys, I will always give admin at the rate 123 because I don't want to forget a password even after I use this one for after few days. And it is asking security questions. Okay. So I'm giving a security questions like sometimes it will ask, depends upon your voice edition and other things. Recent it is asking, very old days it is not asking. I am using Windows 10 from last 5, 6 years, guys, so don't worry. Different edition, different build versions are came up. Okay, so it is showing lot of options. For a physical machine, all these things are good. But if this is a virtual machine, guys, we don't need these many options because we want to learn something about a Windows 10, some Windows 10 features. We want to practice, not all these things we don't require. So I turn off all these things and said accept. Let's customize your experience. Keep it. We don't want all these additional features. The problem with our Windows operating system is unnecessary things also there are start giving. Okay, do more access device with activity history. If you want timeline and other Windows features to help you continue you're doing when you are switch devices, no, no, no. Compulsory read when it is whatever it is going on. So in a post installation option, guys, it is compulsory user account creation, local user account creation, and any other in options it is showing like a US keyboard layout. That is one important part if in case it is showing. Any license keys. sometimes it will ask for a license key. Okay. So depends upon operating system. It may shows license key pattern. Either starting or ending. When you select in a pre-installation, when you select operating system option, it may show give you a license key. Then agree with the license agreement. Or maybe while post installation, it may ask you give your license key. So then it will continue. The license will be. No, I don't want to go to this Cortana. So you can go to click yes or you can click not now. Now your voice is ready. So it will take you. So background in our operating system. Now it is creates your user profiles, your user in desktop environment. It is creates while it is doing these things. Once it is completed, it will ask you to log in. And you got it. Okay, click yes, no problem. Or no, also no problem. Clicking yes to connect network. If you don't click also, it will connect it to that. So guys, this is our Windows 10. See this? How beautiful. I have a Windows 10 machine. Inside a Windows 10, I have a Windows 10 virtual machine. Okay. Power of virtualization. See what are the application I have? Those applications are not here. Okay. The theme is also little different. Some are same, some are not same. Okay. Yes. Yes. So this is my student account, local account. If I want to open with the Microsoft account, so then I can sign in with the Microsoft. This is system about it is my system. 4 GB RAM, i5 processor, 64-bit operating system, 64-bit machine, Windows 10 Pro. Because I installed Windows 10 Pro in this one. Okay, not a enterprise edition. So we can install enterprise also now. So you can get internet because of network connectivity. That is what I selected. Okay. So this is our Windows 10 machine, guys. Host C. We don't not put on host C. Host L. I have got locked. Or admin at the rate 123. You can do display settings also. Personal settings. Display settings are correct. But it is not showing this. Yeah, resolution is locked. This resolution is locked. But now it is at least somewhat it is look good. Okay. Guys, understand power of virtualization and how to install a Windows 10. Take a break, guys. After break, I will show you some other administration, small things in this.
Okay, sir.
Come back in a 12:15.